Trump 2024. Does it really matter if he takes office again or not? Um, I don't think so, to be honest. Um, Frankly, whatever he wasn't able to do the first time, he won't honestly probably be able to do uh, this second go round if he gets a go round, which is technically supposed to be his third because hmm, anybody who was watching who knows how to count, he clearly uh, had that thing in the bag. But since that's not what people wanted, everybody wanted this other Joker. So that's what they got. But unfortunately, now, because this Joker that made an absolute mess of everything, which was already forewarned, which was already foretold by not only Trump, but other smart people um, from all walks of life. But instead, in most cases, the general public, especially, is always going to go with whatever emotional tirade or lead off with whatever emotional tirade they feel um, they want to lead off with. And unfortunately, that's always usually the wrong thing, and which is going to cause the wrong choice to be made. Um, in this case, it was more than just a wrong choice, it was a devastating choice, devastating beyond belief. And now, those who participated in making that same said wrong choice now want the person that they kicked and railed against the first go round, they want him to return to fix what the other man they were told not to roll with, what he broke. They basically want a cleanup man per se. So now everybody's on uh, Trump, the Trump bandwagon, or per se, if you want to call it that or whatever. Some people rightfully so, but there's a lot of people who feel that now they want to jump ship and abandon the original ship that they were on. Unfortunately, I don't think it works that way. And of course, I think that it really doesn't matter anyway because larger forces um, are at play. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to see it. Um, so vote red, vote blue, vote whatever you want. Um, this thing is pretty much set in stone that this ship is being purposely uh, dismantled and sank like a Titanic, and there's nothing stopping that. But you, the general public, people, are always willing participants in said disaster because a lot of times you're given warning the whole way, but instead of listening, you don't. And you just, once again, you get caught up in all these emotional tirades that I've had to watch for years upon years upon years. And you think that every 4 years or every 8 years that somebody's supposed to come along and clean up or fix or uh, straighten out things that have been, in some cases, purposely torn apart. But once again, as I say, you, the general public, we always take a part in that. So it's not necessarily somebody to blame at the top, even though I could, but we down at the bottom, we play our part as well. And I guess basically what I'm saying is I don't think either way, whether he Trump wins again, that it's going to make any difference because the things that are set in stone now are all but irreversible, which is why you see people um, in panic mode. You see people prepping for things that we shouldn't even, it shouldn't even be a thought as far as those type of actions needing to take place right now with, how far we've come as a society as a whole, as far as just everything: technology, resources, finances, jobs, houses, cars, just everything. All the advantages that we've had, and to now kind of have to turn around and go backwards is not good. It's actually kind of like an embarrassment. And for everything to quote unquote be hanging on uh, an election and the electing of one person who's supposed to somehow magically fix and clean all this stuff up. I don't see it. Um, and I think common sense just has and will always prevail. And as I said, some of the wisest people have already been telling you that this day was coming many years ago. Backwood boys, scholars, all of the above. And unfortunately, nobody really wanted to listen. You didn't want to hear nothing because you were too busy doing what you wanted to do while the doing was good. Everybody living good, high off the hog, so to speak. And now that these things are being um, purposely dismantled, taken away, things closing down, shutting down from all perspectives, not just one, but all. People are looking around like, you know, what the hell is going on? And you were already told that these things were not only coming, but were going on at that time that would lead up to where we are now. So I'm not sure um, how it all ends verbatim, but I do know that it doesn't look good, and honestly, I just don't see anybody fixing this. I think something of a super seeding power has to clean this type of mess up because that's how bad of a mess this is that we're in. Um, Self inflicted and non, but either way, it's still one big mess. And I think at this point now, we're not uh, capable of reversing or cleaning this up. Something greater has to step in and um, mediate this thing to a point where it basically wipes it out. Um, and I don't mean that from a standpoint of, wanting to see people hurt or anything of that nature, but just saying in general, um, it's going to have to be a larger reckoning for this type of mishap, this type of mishap, not just in this country, as I said, but just globally. Everything around the corner as it stands just does not look good. Um, and it is what it is. So thank you for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.